slow-motion, naked schoolgirl shower fantasy you are about to see is one of the distinctive hallmarks of the cinema of Brian De Palma, director of Wotan's Wake, Get to Know Your Rabbit, Phantom of the Paradise, Scarface, The Untouchables, and various other films. De Palma is often described by film critics as the heir to Hitchcock, but though he may share certain misogynistic traits in common with the master, the films which are mostly referred to as Hitchcockian, Body Double, Dress to Kill, and Blowout, seem to be ripped off not so much from Hitchcock as from Dario Argento. Argento, as you may recall, is the Italian director of such films as Four Flies on Grey Velvet, Suspiria, Opera, and the recent Trauma. Most of his films are so extremely horrible that they're not showable on television. I'm serious here. I honestly don't think that Argento's films should be seen by the accidental push of a remote control button. You have to want to see them, which many people do, just as many people want to go and see Pink Flamingos or Peter Greenaway marathons. En passant, it does seem odd to me that the British Board of Film Censors allows Dario Argento films to be shown but still won't give a certificate to Monty Hellman's Cockfighter, one of the very best American films of the 70s. By what standard are we not allowed to witness cockfights legally staged in the United States, yet we are permitted to watch the violent disemboweling of women in Argento's films or De Palma's Body Double? I suppose the answer would be that one is offensive to animal lovers and the other is entertainment. And Argento and De Palma are good filmmakers, there's no doubt about it. The one Argento film we might conceivably show is his first movie, Bird with Crystal Plumage. It's a good thriller with a great soundtrack by Ennio Morricone. Check out the music of Crystal Plumage and the soundtrack of Body Double. They are at some points very similar. De Palma, of course, actually began to use Morricone as his composer on his more recent films. Anyway, per tonight's film Carrie, this was De Palma's first big hit. He made it in '76, a couple of years after his cult successes Sisters and Phantom of the Paradise. His films are marked by a considerable degree of black humor and are sometimes framed as nightmares or dreams. There are often paroxysms of violence. In The Fury, John Cassavetes explodes repeatedly from different camera angles, which De Palma states is his incorporation of Eisenstein's theory of montage as conflict. Film is violence, he has been quoted as saying. Carrie was the first film in which the name of Stephen King appeared. It's based on his novel. Today, of course, it's impossible to see a horror film which doesn't bear the moniker of Stephen King, except for Lawnmower Man, whose producers King sued to force them to take his highly valuable nomenclature off the poster. Not sure why. Speculation is that the film wasn't up to the normal artistic standard of your regular Stephen King film. Well, there have actually been some good Stephen King films, among them Cujo and the multi-part Creepshow. For my money, Carrie is the best of them all. The script is good, there's great performances from Sissy Spacek and Piper Laurie, De Palma directs with abandon, and it provides an early example of the trick ending, staple of all horror films thereafter, often used to set up the endless round of sequels, as with Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. Do not reveal the ending to your friends. For the discerning enthusiast, we proffer the new Moviedrome guide for £3 and a limited number of the original guide at a special price of £5 for the two. Copies are available by sending a check or postal order made out to BSS, to Moviedrome, P.O. Box 7, London W3 6XJ.